Good evening and welcome back. The pandemic and social justice once again dominated national headlines in 2021, but other top stories took place in Middle Georgia too. Tucker Sargent has a look back at the top local stories of 2021.
2021 started much like 2020 ended, with a focus on the pandemic. Following vaccine approval and a slower than anticipated rollout, the state opened 4 mass drive-through sites in January, one of them in Macon. Meanwhile, Macon-Bibb's new mayor, Lester Miller, hitting the ground running. The Brookdale Elementary School building opening as a shelter for the homeless.
Now we have over 100 people that we're able to have 24/7. They get fed 3 times a day, have a warm place to stay.
It was one of several initiatives Miller spearheaded in 2021, including county-wide cleanup days, blight removal, and Macon violence prevention. In March, tragedy on I-16. Dublin High School principal Dr. J. Roy Stuckey, his wife and toddler killed in an accident in Bullock County. The school later naming the basketball court in the late principal's honor. In April, 30-year-old Bibb County Deputy Christopher Knight dying in the hospital after deputies say he was stabbed by an inmate.
These deputies come to work every day knowing that they have a duty to perform and that there are dangers inherent in what they do.
22-year-old Albert Booz, the man accused in Knight's death, moved to the Monroe County Jail, later accused of attacking deputies there. The Macon Judicial Circuit District Attorney's Office filing a motion to revoke his bond and keep him behind bars. In June, Sandersville teacher Tina Prince disappearing after last being seen by family at a Mexican restaurant. Her body found a week later in rural Washington County.
Aaron Matthew Adams, age 31 of Sandersville, is in custody. He has been charged with 1 count felony concealing a death, 2 counts of felony making false statements.
A month later, in the midst of the summer travel season, I-16 in Trutland County shut down after a truck with its bed raised shifted an overpass 6 feet. Traffic diverted in both directions.
Superintendent and Adrian aren't used to seeing some of the traffic volumes that I-16 creates, but hopefully folks hadn't been too much of a headache, but we know how important it is because everybody travels this road, whether it's vacation, port traffic, we got to have it open.
All interstate lanes were back open the next day. Back in Macon,
I can't wait to break ground. I can't wait to the first concert here.
County leaders announcing plans in September for a new amphitheater. On the Macon Mall property, the $100 million investment set to include restaurants and retail space. In October, a month that saw several shootings in Macon, an Alamo police officer ambushed and killed on his first night on the job. Officer Dylan Harrison leaving behind a wife and young child. Damian Ferguson charged with his death. A month later in Warner Robins, the IRS filing a nearly $800,000 lien against the city. Mayor Randy Tom saying the problem wasn't back taxes, but an issue with the way taxes were reported. Challenger LaRonda Patrick beating Toms in a runoff race for mayor in late November. In December, Baldwin County School Superintendent Dr. Norris Price earning Georgia Superintendent of the Year. Other Milledgeville leaders addressing a recent uptick in violence.
We as elected officials are very aware. Are we disheartened? Yes, we are. If we could change it overnight, we would.
Copeland's comments coming less than 2 weeks after Macon-Bibb Mayor Lester Miller unveiled his strategic plan to combat violence in Macon.
And Milledgeville had 5 homicides in 2020. The mayor said that her plan is to increase funding for law enforcement going forward.